And we're live.
Sick.
And we are live. Twitch.tv/vitamin D-Tang. I don't even know what it is. Shout out to
I like how your name's still my Twitch handle.
That's right, baby. That's better. We get the whole thing in there. Why not? Boys, what are we talking about today? Everything? Nothing? A little all of it? Little Players Championship. Didn't get to talk to you about it.
Your show just aired.
Oh,
Little Players.
Yeah.
My show just aired as I was bowling horrendous in Kansas City, looking like an absolute amateur out there. It was amateur hour in Kansas City, both me and Zach. Amateur hour.
I felt that.
Wasn't pretty.
You can lump me in there too.
As easy as they were, we did not perform well.
And not our best showing. There were certainly strikes to be had. They just weren't thrown by us.
No. There was maybe a couple per game, if that.
What you gonna do though?
The best is when you get a string going and then you just back-to-back split to really open the game up. Just let them know.
It's like I had it, and then I didn't have it.
I think I was more jealous of the fact that you were able to touch the balcony on the approach shot, and here I am trying to jump, and I still can't touch it.
You just quick share this. I don't even know how to share it. It's like it's my first time. I'm gonna tag you guys. Darren, do you have an athlete page I can tag or no?
Probably. It does. Darren Tang, professional bowler.
There he is. There he
is.
There you is, Darren. So we didn't have you on last time. How'd you feel about the Players? Obviously, making TV is great. But then again, you've been there a couple times, and it seems like you just can't get rid of the 280s against you.
Dude, you saw what I maybe didn't. I wasn't exactly the sweetest person in the group chat.
I
felt bad. Kyle was like, great bowling, and I was like, it really wasn't. I was just a straight asshole.
Shoots 240 and he's out here heated.
Bro, everybody that was saying great bowling, in my head at the moment, I was like, I missed a single pin. I let the first timer get as comfortable as possible. Throw it like trash in the most important time of the match.
Mm-hmm.
And I lose because of it. I wasn't even mad. Well, okay, I was a little mad that he shot 260. Only because it's happened so many times. But I mean, at the same time, I was like, I should have shot 260 too.
Yeah, you definitely had a 260 look, 100%.
Yeah, I can't believe you didn't shoot 260. Unbelievable.
Yeah. I think I'm a little more surprised he shot 260 being his first time on TV. But the fact that there was no crowd
definitely helps.
And the situation was just different than normal.
Helps ease you into it if there's no crowd.
Yeah, it helped all the first timers.
Been on TV with fans and no fans. What do you like better?
At this point, I would prefer the fans. I think it gives veterans a little more of an edge. Or people that have been there multiple times. They know how to handle it.
I dig that.
I don't know. I'm taking any situation where I have a better chance to win. That's all I want right now.
Yeah. No, for real.
Oh.
Like, would I love it to be a house shot on the left side and the U.S. Open right of 20? Yeah, I would. That'd give me the best chance. But yeah, I mean, that's tough. It's especially watching you. Like, it's not like these guys are shooting 280s against you and you're out here shooting like $190 like I do every time. You know,
it's like 50-50.
Yeah. I think that's the first time I've ever seen Darren with emotion on TV when he got think it was like the strike in the 7th or 8th when he like let him know that he was still in this match. I actually
said, let him know.
I was like, maybe that was the momentum where this, as the first timer, he was like, okay, maybe he might throw it bad here.
And then he gets up there and pack. And I was like, dude.
Right?
Yeah, I mean, the good thing is, I mean, at least you know he's a first timer, but I mean that man, like, he strikes. Like, it's not like we've never seen him do something like that before.
Yeah, I mean, I've been balling against the guy for years.
Yeah, not in that moment, but I go out to Colorado probably every other year. I'll go bowl that super regional or whatever, and I'll just go get beat in by him.
Yeah, that guy's
he's a good player.
His rev rate apparently is 550 on TV.
Damn.
Dude, the way things transpired worked out perfect for him because the lanes just got easier and easier from the moment we got there to the show. New practice was impossible. I don't know what happened.
The first practice session.
They could not be flatter.
The first practice session, I thought to myself, first practice session, all right, I'm probably going to throw the purple hammer from like 11 to 9 hard, just so I know I can hit the pocket 9 out of 11 shots. And
I kind of had the same game plan on the right side of the lane. I was like, pitch black, then Booyah Pro, and then when they open up a little bit, I can go to the ball that I threw on TV.
Yeah, we got to the TV pair for the TV pair practice session, and I could throw any ball, any direction, and they all hit the pocket.
Damn.
Yeah, it was unreal how different they were.
I might have thrown a 30-bagger the first practice session.
In the practice session?
I didn't miss.
Jesus.
If I tried to throw a strike, I struck.
I tried to throw a couple different balls, and they all struck. Yeah, it's insane. Insane. Zach.
Yes.
Let them know how good that purple tank is. Let them know.
Yeah, that purple.
You have one?
Shots fired.
Yeah, is it better than the purple hammer? Like Smalls says?
I mean, Smalls is on the show. I'm not sure when his show airs. I'm sure he's going to be throwing it, but it is definitely a ball that is going to be really good for motive. And for anyone that's going to have that purple ball in their hand, you are going to strike a lot with it.
Because Smalls has thrown a purple hammy, right?
I believe so. And so for Smalls to have thrown both and for his amount of knowledge of the game, I mean, it's probably not wrong.
Yeah, I just mean, like, we talked about last week. Neither of you guys were here last week, but last week they talked about the question was brought up, the single most winning ball of all time. If you had to pick a single ball that has won the most titles on TV, not like a phase 2 that like everybody uses to get to TV, but something that people have used in the championship match to win. If you had to pick one ball from any company, which ball do you think has won the most titles?
High Road.
You think High Road?
I think
because that was brought up, but I can't remember. I honestly don't remember. Like, people, I feel like people just haven't used
like time frame we're going.
But it's been around for so long. Like, we don't
time frame. Like,
we throw High Road pearls now in that situation instead of regular ones.
That's what I'm saying. Like, when the High Road Pearl came out, some guys started to use that instead.
Mm-hmm.
Like, balls that I think are super popular, like a phase 2 or whatever, like, not exactly. It's just so much different on TV that guys use a wide variety of balls. So all the guys last week thought that the like number one ball that was thrown to win a title probably was the purple hammer. Just because when guys use it, they use it the whole week, and every lefty with the title in the last, or Buttriff's got 5 or 6.
Or like the pitch black, like Jesper, because he threw.
It could be a pitch black. I would think whatever the ball would be, it would be a urethane ball, whether pitch black, purple hammer, maybe something before that. Like, just because of when guys use it, like every time on Cheetah or whatever, it's probably been a purple hammer or pitch black for the last 5-10 years, however long Cheetah's been going on. You had the Alpha Crux had a good run, but again, it's like the TV show just plays a little different, and guys don't always use the ball that they used for 30 games.
I can definitely attest to that.
Yeah, I'm starting to learn that pretty well. It's like everything, once you get to the show, everything goes out the door.
Yeah, the whole new game plan.
It's like, yeah, you can try what you threw for 56 games, but will it work? Maybe. Maybe not.
Like, if they put out that pattern at the center we bowled at in Texas, there's no way I would have tried anything but besides a purple hammer. Like, the gutter was a literal bumper.
Yeah.
When I used any urethane ball, I used a purple, I used a black, I used a U motion, all in practice, and it was like physically could not throw it in the gutter.
Yeah, when you showed me that video of you on Shark, I was like, "Whoa!" And what, like, you literally couldn't throw it in the gutter because it bounced.
Yeah. I was rooting for Packy. I could tell you were disappointed by your shots. Yeah, I wasn't necessarily disappointed by the shots that I made. I would say it would more be the reaction that I was getting. Kind of just like they had me mic'd. I'm glad they didn't put it up. But it wasn't necessarily kind of like you guys said, it's just completely different when you get to the TV show. It's not necessarily the shots. It's more of the reactions that I was getting. And, the ideas that I had were a little cloudy in my head. And I kind of just, in the end, when you don't go 100%, kind of hard to crawl out of a hole.
Yeah, especially in one game.
Got to have the clear picture.
One game's crazy. I thought it was clear, and then in the third frame, I threw one not amazing, just a little in, and it hooked, and I was like, well, got to move in. And by the time I moved in, left lane was too tight, and I'm chasing a 5-bagger that Kevin already threw, so I know I need to strike, and I don't have a clear picture of what the inside of the lane looks like. So get him next time.
That's all we can do.
We got a new member in the house. Kyler, thanks for becoming a member, my man. Nice. Speaking of which, link down below. All of our tier 2 members have a chance every single month for a free bowling ball. Not a ball of choice, but a new ball one of us is going to give away. So 9 out of 11 months, you're going to get a storm ball. That's fun. Or Rotogrip. There you
or
have it.
900 Global.
Or 900 Global nowadays. So what's the deal with that 900 Global stuff, Darren? You liking it? You hating it?
Somewhere in the middle? Very many of them. I drilled that one solid ASIM ball, the reality. Aside from that, I've only drilled the urethanes. I couldn't really say.
Yeah. Booyah and Booyah Pro, or just 70-30 as well?
Yep. It doesn't do what I thought it would do.
Does it?
You probably won't see me throw it very much. It's like reactive for the first 30 feet and urethane for the back 30. It's like the dead opposite of what you want. Yeah.
Yeah, you want the opposite. You want the reactive down lane.
Yeah.
Like, that's kind of what I see out of like a pitch purple, but I feel like it needs surface in the front.
It's hard with the pitch purples because they don't retain surface very well. So I only throw them when they hook a ton. Like when I know it's going to hook.
Yeah.
If there's any chance it's going to squirt down lane, I'm like, this ain't it.
Zach, you guys got a bunch of balls kind of like that, where like they're like that borderline urethane motion.
Yeah, that microcell stuff.
Yeah, what's your favorite? Because I see guys throw, like when the red tank first came out, that's all I saw people throw. And then when, like, same with the black one, like the Rebel tank or whatever it was.
Yeah, so like
one.
The microcell stuff, what I noticed the difference. So we came out with that black one, the covert, and it was just a touch too clean in the fronts. So like, Darren's attesting to, you'd hit it with surface, but then it would just get a little too squirty down lane. But then we came out with like a stronger cover of it.
Yeah.
And so like everyone threw that red one, the tank blitz, and that's I think part of the reason why we were on the something close with urethane because the tank blitz was it was strong up front. It was definitely a little slower down lane. And it really served a lot of purposes on the lane, like the versatility of it. And and then it's lead to this purple ball, which, I mean,
have you thrown it yet, or have you just seen these guys throw them?
No, I have thrown it. I threw it for the first, I guess, 21 games at the Players, because urethane was in play on all three of those patterns for the righties in our region.
That's what I'm hearing from a lot of the regionals. Yeah.
Urethane was the play-ish.
That red thing. I remember when that red thing first came out, everybody threw it on every pattern regardless.
One of my favorite ball motion, because like my speed is a little slower than the rest of the guys on tour. So like it allowed me to stay in zones and move zones without creating too much downlane motion.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. Darren, we got a parallax effect. I don't even know what that is or what the color scheme is. I don't even know what it looks like. I have nothing. Is it overseas?
No, it's a new ball dropping March 12th, I think. It's blue, orange, and something.
She bright.
It's a pearl parallax. I couldn't tell you anything about it. I haven't thrown one, so.
I thought the parallax was pearl. I just don't know anything clearly.
Yeah, at first I thought it was too.
They do. The Hero Solid and the Proton Physics do look the same. Who's wearing the best hat? What do your guys' hats say?
Mine's Mr. Dab.
Super dry.
Little Mr. Dab. Super dry. Is that a bowling hat?
No.
Are you sure? Because that's how you like them? Super dry?
I really don't.
Super dry in the front part of the lane to get those urethanes to pick up?
That just sounds like the tour. Super dry in the front.
Super
I prefer oil because then I can just hit it with more surface, throw it slower. If they hook a lot in the front, then I have to throw it harder. I don't want to do that.
That's not exactly your A game.
It's too much work.
What's next on the tournament schedule? Where are we going next? Anybody this weekend?
Florida is the next one.
I got a doubles tournament.
Florida? Yeah, I got a doubles tournament this weekend. Unfortunately, not bowling with Zach. But that being said, I will be bowling doubles. Florida. Eesh.
Yeah.
How do y'all play the wolf pattern? This is it's a tough one.
Yeah.
Wolf. How do y'all play the wolf pattern? Take it away, boys. Give them the every bowling center's different speech.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Go ahead, Zach.
I mean, I try to not get left too fast because that's like my kryptonite and everything I do on short patterns. So I try to stay in urethane as long as possible until I have to get to reactive. So I wait till they get tight down lane. Usually that's too long for me in urethane. So that's something I'm going to try to be better at on shorter patterns like Wolf. But usually I just try to play somewhere around 5-10. If I have to open up my angles, depending how much friction there is in the fronts and how tight they get down lane. So that's kind of how I play Wolf.
Do we give them the cheat codes, Packy? Do the people want the cheat codes?
Urethane or die, baby. Urethane or die. There is no such thing as reactive when the pattern starts with a 3.
What you mean, man? I didn't throw urethane at all this past weekend. 43 feet.
Really? Yeah, it's because the pattern started with a 4. Pattern starts with a 3.
I don't care what the number starts with. I'm throwing urethane if it's in play. They can start with a 5 and I'll throw it.
Yeah, I mean, I would agree. The thing is, if the gutter plays, you hop out there with your as long as, like, for me on the left side, if the gutter plays, they could be 68 feet oiled past the pit, and if the gutter hooks, the purple boy's coming out.
I do want to talk about patterns for a second, though, and how much emphasis people put on it. Is people put
It means
way too much focus. It's literally I asked our ball rep what he prioritizes in terms of things like patterns, oils, lane surfaces, and all that. And the pattern itself is literally last. It's the least important thing. It's not that it's not important, but it's not the first thing you should be looking at.
Yeah, I actually had a talk with. I gave a lesson today, and I had a talk with the kid I was giving a lesson to, and it was the same thing. He was like, "Well, if it's like this pattern, how should I play it?" And I told him, I was like, it's almost, in my mind, it's almost 100% how the lanes are. Like, if you're bowling at North Rock, it's different than if we're bowling down in Garland, Texas, where I know the gutter plays, so I'm going to try and throw it out to the gutter on every pattern. If they put out 48 feet at North Rock, I know for a fact that I can't play the gutter or even close to it. It's just so different. So you could put the same pattern out all over the country,
and it'll play completely different. You won't find two places that play the same.
You won't.
Yep.
You just straight up won't. We got another new member, Cody Kamano.
Let's go. Welcome, Cody.
What up, Cody? Hopefully you can get a little learn. Zach or Darren, how do you feel about this? Did Belmo sponsor you yet? I watched that video too.
He needs to sponsor my videos. Come on, what's he doing?
I think
that was a fun video.
If he came out with a Belmo urethane ball, I think he would sponsor your videos. Because he'd know you'd be throwing them in every video.
Yeah, he does get the clicks.
He definitely.
No, we did talk about potentially doing a collab video soon. So
that'd be cool.
We'll see what happens. Maybe.
That'd be cool. Definitely gets the clicks. Lean to Storm, found myself moving away from Storm. I've been bowling since I was 5. When did you guys start bowling?
Well, I bowled
straight out the womb.
Sport in Canada. It's called 5-pin. I did that for 14 years, so I didn't start bowling 10-pin until I was 15.
Wait, so you've been bowling since you were 1?
Yeah,
oh my god.
5-pin is like the little bowling balls, kind of like duck pin.
Like duck pin, but they only have 5 pins on the lane.
Yeah. But it's a completely different animal compared to
isn't it like a triangle?
Yeah. Yeah.
Or like a diamond shape or something?
Yeah, so there's the one in front, 2 beside, and then the 2 corners.
So it's like, wow.
Yeah.
I've only seen pictures and videos. I've never actually done that.
The house needs to do it one day. The house goes 5-pin bowling.
Yeah, it's only in Canada.
The house 5-pin.
When COVID's done, do a house camp in Canada.
That'd be sweet.
That'd be fun.
That'd be sweet. You make it to B3 when you were in Arizona. I know Wesley and Jacob got to go there. I got to say, it's helped me a ton. B3 looks like a sweet place. Darren, have you actually been there before?
I've been there once, yeah. It's pretty
The
sweet.
only thing I know that's crazy is the string pins, because they have the string pins instead of the. Do you think you get weird hits there, or
the pins just don't fly around as much? It's harder to get the corners out. It puts more emphasis on 10.
Probably better for your bowling.
Yeah, definitely. It's better for maintenance too. It's a lot cheaper to maintain.
Oh yeah, 100%.
So
you don't have the huge machines in the back.
Mm-hmm. Do they get tangled at all?
When I practiced there, they didn't, but I'm sure it's not very hard to fix. Just have somebody run back there and untangle them. Good to go.
Be the same as like a deadwood almost.
Yep. It's definitely worth checking out though if you're in the area.
I've never been there, but I know the guys that run it, and I can't say that those guys are bad guys at all.
It's pretty sick. They got a really big display wall. They got 3 drill presses in the back.
They got 3 in the back. How big is the set? Is it like 8 lanes or 10 lanes?
I think it's 8. 8, if I remember correctly. Pretty sure it's 8.
Oh, okay. Okay. Darren, they should come out with a D-Tang urethane ball.
That's a lot. I'm pretty sure you need titles to do things like this. And
or just a massive
get in my way.
Yeah, these.
Just let me get one. Let me get one, at least one. That'll validate it a little bit.
You got to be the 1 seed and just give you you got to think you're going to be the 1 seed one of these days, and someone's just going to give it to you. Like
that's my goal. Like, if
you're
the 1 seed enough times, you can't lose every time.
No,
like someone is going to literally give it to you. Like
out of all the people I've fought against on TV, the one guy that gave it to me was like one of the last people I thought would give it to me.
Who was it?
It was Butters.
See, he'd be one of the first ones that I would think because Buttriff's one of the guys. He's like a top or bottom guy in my mind.
Yeah, but the way I see it is, if he's making the show, he probably has it.
Yeah. I can't disagree with that.
He just didn't have it. Like, the man couldn't hit the pocket.
Yeah, he's one of those guys when I think
it's kind of nice. What's going on? It's like I won a game. Whoa.
Neil Cooley. What a great question from a great guy. How come you don't see any free agents or a few? I haven't seen a free agent make TV in I don't know how long.
Because there aren't that many.
I guess it was Zeke at the league, but that doesn't really count because it's the league.
Well, the fact Neil Cooley's in this, he's upstairs currently making
some dinner.
Currently, I'm currently staying at his place. It's awesome.
Nice.
That is sweet. I think it's impossible for a free agent to make a TV show.
Because they don't really get help either. Like,
when you're bowling great, a company might offer to drill you a ball, but when you're bowling bad, there is no saving it. So the weeks where you aren't bowling great and you're supposed to be like learning, the learning curve is so much slower.
I honestly,
just because
free agent to make a show was, and then win, I think was Graham.
Was Graham a free agent? I thought Graham was on motive staff.
No, he might have been. I know I helped him get motive products for that event. Whether they signed him during the event, I'm not sure. But
interesting.
Yeah.
That's a good question. We need like a Matt McNeil to the group who would know every single one of these statistics.
We could just ask him. We could just have him on the live stream one of these days. I'm sure
we should have him on the live stream. Probably kick him out like 4 times.
The dude's literally like the book of bowling.
He is. Anyone doing the Southwest tournament? Man. Zach, are you? Because you're close.
What is that?
Southwest. Damn it. Southwest is a tournament in Wichita at North Rock Lanes. They run it for 3 or 4 consecutive months. Okay. It's like team doubles and singles. Scores are always crazy just because the amount of teams that come in and the level of talent that comes in. But I'll be bowling the weekend of the 13th, 14th. That'll be my weekend.
So it's like a regional nationals.
Oh, okay. No, I haven't even heard of it, to be honest. But
there's a bunch of these kinds of tournaments around the area where it's like team doubles, singles. You can bowl 2 team squads usually, but there's like this. The Southwest is great. The Ozarks is great. And I go to Tulsa and bowl the Greater Tulsa Open. And all those are like 3-month-long tournaments or 2-month-long tournaments where you go bowl team doubles and singles. Almost all of them, the singles pays like $3,500 or $4,000 if you obviously you got to shoot like 8 something. But I mean, that's the kind of money that are at these like smaller little house shot tournaments.
No, I'm learning more and more about like this area of like what tours are where, like
bowling in America and how there's tournaments every weekend.
Well, just this area. Like I'm never in this area, Kansas or Oklahoma, like anywhere near this region. It's usually
they run a tournament every weekend.
Yeah, it's wild.
It is wild. Do all of us wear our hats forward? Great question. I'm a backwards kind of guy, forwards to keep the sun out of my eyes, but I flip it around.
I don't normally on stream. I was just too lazy to flip it because I have my headset on.
I just wanted to rep Mr. Dab so everyone
can... Mr. Dab. Zach, where can they get one of those hats? It's your time to shout out.
Yeah. Anyone can get these hats. Just message me. I got all of them right here ready to send out.
He's got to
sign them and send them to you personally.
Freaking stack.
Yeah.
Signed or unsigned.
whatever you want.
Dab on them.
Snap back.
How do you guys stay ahead of the moves with urethane? I like the urethane questions. I like
the urethane questions too, but all the moves are more or less the same for me, or how I deal with them. I'm just paying attention to how my ball's entering the pins. And then if it's not what I want to see, then I make changes.
I usually just move. If there's like transition and it's getting a little too tight down lane, for me, the move is almost always a couple in and almost always have to throw it slower. Because with urethane, you don't get the like energy being saved as much. But with the purple, you can just try and throw it in the gutter and it never goes in. So
yeah, the biggest difference between urethane and reactive is where it needs to hook. And a lot of people still try to play the back of the lane with urethane balls, which is why it typically doesn't work for most. You got to get that thing started in the first 20 feet. If it doesn't start there, it's never going to start.
Yeah. You're doing the doubles at AMF College Lanes. Packy and Zach will both be there bowling with different partners, but we'll both be there. Okay, this is a question that I've been wanting to deal with for a while now.
They have shorter approaches in Wichita.
Every single time I do a ball review, I get like a page worth of comments, just like probably like 5 in a row of people being like, hey, is it just me or does he foul on every single shot? The approach is down at Wichita State. I don't know if they're a little shorter or if the approaches are a little bit downhill, but they never turn the foul lights on. So it's kind of out of sight, out of mind. And the short approaches, I'd rather throw a good shot than like trip over my toes. And guys, it's just a ball review. We're not bowling a tournament. I don't foul in tournaments yet.
People just need something to point out.
They do. They got a dog on. They got a dog on me for something.
Exactly.
I'm jealous that I can cross the line without the buzzer going off.
The Desert Tank was debating getting one for house shot. I like the Desert Tank. It was definitely it's like our Pearl one in the microcell department. So it's really good with surface. If you really want to control the front to back with one of the microcell balls, that would definitely be the one to use. Not sure if I'd recommend it on a house shot because the ratios are too high. And with something like a cover like that, I mean, you might as well just use reactive, and like your ball reaction is going to be way better with reactive than it will a microcell ball.
Just play the back of the lane like most house bowlers do.
Yeah. So on house shots, I almost always refuse to bring a purple hammer with me, or any purple hammer. U motion actually would probably be like my better option, just because a urethane ball that like hooks a little more down lane. But even then, I'm like a counterattack guy on house shots, just because it doesn't hook early. Guys, every time we get a new member, every time we get one, I'm bringing their name up every time and pointing out, link down below, boys and girls and women and children, all of you.
You love to see it, man. You love to see it. Thanks for the support. Members. We appreciate it.
We're just trying to get some new faces, some free bowling balls. We've had the same 12 members in that like tier 2 category. We've had the same 12 members for like 4 months. So their chances of getting a ball are very
literally
high.
Automatic. How much is it for tier 2?
For tier 2, I think it's like $15 a month.
So for $15 a month, you have a 1 in 12 chance to win a bowling ball.
At the right now. And the thing is, it's random, but we really try not to give anybody a ball more than once out of every like 5 months.
So you're almost guaranteed a bowling ball within the span of a year.
Yeah, at this rate, you would be, because we've given away so many bowling balls to these people. So you're basically guaranteed. If you just sign up for a year, you're basically guaranteed. So link down below, as always. And I'm just going to every time, guys, every time. But yeah, I mean, I would sign up for that if I wasn't on staff. I might still sign up. Actually.
Like, yo, if I didn't get free bowling balls and I wanted to get a ball for, ridiculously cheap, that just... It's a no-brainer.
We got another new member because the
man wants to win a bowling ball for free, basically.
It's basically, I mean, it's not free, but
it's a $15 bowling ball.
You get
brand new.
Merch. Yeah.
What?
Brand new, not used. And even if it was used for one of us, it'd basically be brand new anyway. But new balls, brand new. Join the membership. We got that Uratang. Oh, guys, I mean, they just keep coming in at this point. I don't even know what to say at this point. I don't even know what to say besides link down below. Join our membership. Might be getting a new ball.
Bamboozled everybody.
Yeah, I'm just
like, it was 12 people, and now it's like 8. He'll get a ball within the next 4 years.
Yeah, now we're all the way up to 16. You better watch yourself. Hey guys, might be getting a new ball for my birthday. It's a step up from my Rotogrip hustle. BTW, my birthday's this Saturday. Would love to get a birthday message from the house. Well, you're going to get one right now. Happy birthday, Kristen. Longtime supporter of the house.
She doesn't want one from us, Packy.
She wants one from her man. We got to get him on. Kristen loves the way Brad throws it, loves that he's a nice guy, and what's not to love about Brad? We all love Brad.
Well, cool thing is I'm practicing with Brad tomorrow, so.
Hey.
Practice with Brad tomorrow. Hey, bad Brad. Also, Dr. Tiny Wang, again, another new member, trying to get a free bowling ball. We might need, when we give him a ball or her, we might need to get a real name. But if I ever make TV, it would be something like Bowling for Dollars or a news story. Hey, with practice, anything can happen.
Any press is good press.
That's right. Any press is good press. Even bad press is good press. How does one not yank it every other shot left?
I'm pretty sure almost everybody in the house offers coaching. So just pick out your favorite guy and
send him a direct message.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard. You can't really tell. I can't just tell you the magic trick because I've been looking for one for years. But look at your
target and hit it.
Keep your eyes on your target and don't try to throw the ball. That's basically
You know what's funny? We say that, but I almost guarantee you none of us look at our target at release.
I look at my target and I'm a Yankosaurus Rex. So
like, I don't know where my eyes go when the ball's leaving my hand. It's like, is it going the right way? Okay, cool.
You throw it and then you look up and you're like, there it is. That's close.
Nice.
Yeah, exactly.
I've been working on looking at my target more. So all three of us here, bowling college. All three of us, including Zach.
Yeah.
The Maple Leaf Wilkins.
I did.
You guys got any advice?
Fuck, it's been a while since I've bowled college. Damn.
But it's after bowling college. He said after. So I'm assuming this man won't.
No.
And we lost him?
He lost Darren. All right. Yeah, the best thing that I mean, I was pretty fortunate enough to get a lot of coaching after collegiate bowling. So I had the pleasure of working in a pro shop in New York with Brad Angelo, and he was on tour and understood what I wanted to do was be on tour. Oh, we see you, Dan.
We're back now.
We're back.
Now here's your solo moment.
Yeah, go for it.
You got any advice after college?
No.
Yeah, so like working with Brad, he's just a unique individual that offers. He's been in the spotlight. He's been on tour for a while. He knows what it takes to win, and basically you just got to go out there with no fear. Everyone on tour nowadays just has no fear, and just be comfortable in your own skin. Don't worry about who's to the left of you, who's to the right. Be who you are, and just whatever you're good at, you're going to be good at out there.
Yeah. And I think that's the best. I think that's the best way to say it. Don't care who's to the left and who's to the right, because at some point in all of our careers, Pete Weber's going to yell at you. It's going to happen, and you just can't care when it does happen. Second you get razzled out there, it just makes it harder the next time.
It's hard, though, when you go out there for the first time and you see all these guys that you've looked up to for so long. You see them on TV. You're like, wow. It's almost like a pro-am, your first tournament. If you've never bowled against the guys.
Yeah. It is. No, I hadn't really bowled against the guys before. And I made match play, and I absolutely pooped myself. I was razzled. Oh, God, I was nervous. But you learn. Only way to learn is to go out there and see what happens.
You learn from your failure.
Yep.
Don't sign up for the Tier 3 membership. Don't do it.
Actually?
Tier 3 offers coaching, and we stopped doing that. So don't sign up for the Tier 3 unless you want to donate to us. I mean, you can reach out. You can sign up for the Tier 3 and reach out to one of us. But otherwise,
you'd be better off just reaching out for coaching.
Yeah, I would agree. It's more consistent when you do it that way. Who else? Thanks, Packy's strike song sucks. Thanks, Derek. Really appreciate that.
What is your song, Packy?
But he's the Pac-Man.
Dude, it's Pac-Man Fever. Oh, my God. So the PBA, they asked for my strike song, and I said, yeah, here's another one, because I had one from last year, and I was like, here's another one, so you guys got two. Mm-hmm. And they just decided on their own that they wanted to put Pac-Man Fever in there, and yeah, it is what it is.
All right.
You didn't pick it?
I didn't pick it, and when I heard it, I was like, what is this? They put it on at the league. They put it on at the Cheetah, and now I think if I keep losing, I'm gonna have to tell them, or I'll just wear a bright yellow Pac-Man shirt and just embrace it. I think that's probably the way to go. Yeah,
I'm on board with that. That sounds good.
My man Tommy Rizzi. He's a guy from back home, and you actually reviewed his game a while back, Darren, and you really helped. Yeah, you really helped him out. He was throwing it pretty good there for a while. He's been shooting some good scores back home.
Good to hear.
Here's a good one. What's the longest layoff from bowling you guys have had? I've had 4-month layoff when I was younger, when I broke my arm. Now working on a year layoff. What did you do to come back and feel comfortable again? Mario watches our show quite a bit here, and he always asks some good ones.
DeGrasse.
Yeah, longest layoff was actually last year when COVID hit. I didn't bowl from March until I guess August. So it was like four or 5 months. And so I went out.
Didn't pick up the bowling ball?
Yeah, because everything was shut down. So I literally had no back bowling. And then when they finally opened up, I wanted to get into a solid practice session, but I didn't know how to do that because I've never been off. So I messaged our Team Canada coach, Tyrell Rose, and he honestly said to just take things lightly, like no more than an hour a day, just get your feet back under you, get comfortable with just bowling again. Like don't start doing crazy drills and elongating practice because you're like, you haven't bowled for a long time. So you kind of want to build your stamina again.
Yeah. Feel that.
It was a tough situation. I had it better than most though. I only had 5 weeks off. Because Simo that's when he just acquired the Nerd. So we were going down there and helping him out, cleaning the place up, fixing the lanes and stuff. And once he got some lanes running, we were practicing here and there. But kind of like what Zach said, just ease into it. Don't come back with the expectation that you can do everything you did before. You just got to take it easy, do those simple drills. I think breaks are good, though. It really allows you to focus on visualizing where you want to be. And I think that the more you do that, the more it translates to your body once you go out and do it.
Yeah, my longest break was also kind of over COVID, where I probably had a month and a half where I didn't throw a bowling ball, but I ordered up some Bowl U tools. I got a little orb, so I had a nice, decent sized backyard that I could throw it into like a cement wall so I could bowl. So, but I think doing that actually helped me more almost than going out there and throwing a bowling ball. It helped me kind of tune up the physical game, get in the right spot, It's the same thing when I was younger and I couldn't go bowling all the time because I didn't have a driver's license. I would just practice like in my basement on some carpet and getting my balance and my body in the right like position, and also just in better shape, knowing that I can throw 1,000 shots in my house, but I'm only going to be able to go out there and throw probably not even 100 shots if I go practice. So that kind of helped me out. I would say just, find a way to visualize, like Darren said, practice at home maybe a little bit, and really do come in with zero expectations. Take it slow. Do we even have a metalhead in the house, Zach? I would think maybe.
Yeah, man. I got Sirius Satellite in my truck, and the only channel that it stays on is Octane.
That's fair. I just got a proton physics. What's my next storm ball? Kobe.
That's a good question, Backy. Which one should you get?
Get the most versatile piece of phase 2. If I was really to go out there and suggest a storm ball, I would say you should get the damn good Verge from DV8.
That ball did look pretty good on the shows.
Yeah, I'm not, like, when people go out there and they're like, I only throw storm, I'll suggest a Brunswick ball, but at the same time, they're just going to hate me if I don't ever give them an answer. So I'll like really push them, and then I'll just kind of give up on them.
I don't really believe in that. Like, if you don't have an affiliation with a company or a brand, I don't think you should just stick to doing one or throwing one company, because you're limiting yourself.
Yeah, you can throw literally the best of everything.
Exactly.
Yeah, I was like with this purple thing. If this purple thing that you guys have is right now, you can't get any purple hammers, right?
Mm-hmm.
So maybe in the future Brunswick will make them, maybe they won't. But right now, if that is truly the best urethane, if it's better than the U-Motion and you guys don't have an affiliation, or if it's better than the Pitch Black, why not try it out? And if the Hero Solid's the best symmetrical big ball that's currently out, why not throw that? Same with the Proton Physics. Like, if you're trying to create a lineup, I'd try and go with 2 or 3 brands in there. Not necessarily just Storm or Rotogrip or 900 Global, but try and mix it up a little bit.
I do think it's really tough for your average bowler to have trust in a brand. Like, if, let's say they get a bowling ball and it's the first one from that brand, they throw it, they hate it. Then they think, okay, I can't trust this brand anymore because, I threw a bowling ball that didn't roll good for me. So
yeah,
I get it, because bowling's expensive, and it's like, do I risk getting another bowling ball from them?
Yeah,
knowing that the first one was bad, or do I take a chance and then try again? I think that's where a lot of people come from.
Yeah, I could definitely see that, and it's especially hard. That's where I think having a good pro shop operator is so important. Someone that will either knows your game, or if you walk into a pro shop, this is one of the things I love about Buddy's Pro Shop. When I was working there, every single time the guy who runs the shop, Chris, new customer would come in, and before he sold him a ball or before he did anything for him, he was like, all right, go grab a lane and let me watch you throw it. Because I'm not going to suggest a Proton Physics or an Obsession Solid or whatever big motive ball, a Forged Flare. I'm not going to suggest that ball. Yeah, I'm not going to suggest the highest price ball, or even a mid-range ball if you're someone that needs a Tropical Surge or a Rhino or an Octane.
I've even talked people out of buying more expensive bowling balls. I worked in a shop for a little bit. I even talked people out of buying more expensive bowling balls because it would be something that they wouldn't benefit from. Yeah. It's like, if there's no point in getting it because you can't use it, don't spend the money.
Tough, yeah.
But at the end of the day, the customer's always right. If they really want that bowling ball, I did what I can. If you want it, you want it.
That's when you make your suggestion. You're like, hey, I think this mid-range ball would be great. And they're like, and I really like this Proton Physics. Guess what? Go for it.
Or maybe
if you
buy all 3.
If you end up needing something else, you can come back and buy another ball.
That's what you say. Guess what? You can have that Forged Flare, or you can have that Obsession Solid. And guess what? You'll come back in a couple weeks and you'll buy that mid-range ball that we suggested.
Exactly. I am going to take a second to gas up our generation, though, with not just us with the house, but everybody that's kind of doing what we're doing. I think it really helps bowlers that don't know as much or know better become more educated so that they can make their own decisions on their own.
Yeah.
So we don't run into that person that, doesn't like this ball, so they're not going to throw this brand or, So shout out to everybody watching. You guys are, we appreciate the support, and you guys are hopefully learning some stuff.
All 150 of you out there, we appreciate you.
Love it.
God, this Pac-Man nickname. I gotta just make a Pac-Man shirt. Gotta just do it.
Waka 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 waka.
Any of you guys ever been interested in putting a lane in your house? Because I think that'd be unreal having a house with a lane in it.
Like a real
Wesley
one.
did it like I'm doing it for the video way, but like a real lane would be sick.
Yeah, if there was property in Canada, I'd totally do it.
If you didn't have to spend $500,000 for a shoebox, you'd do it.
Yeah, 100%.
That's fair. This is a good question. When you pros practice a lot, do you pay the center or are you comped?
I'm currently doing that right now. So the bowling center that I'm bowling out of right now, Gladstone Bowl, they charge me $1 a game right now. But only bowl practicing on a house shot, which is fine with me. I got tools to work with house shot. Doesn't even matter what's on the lane. But then there's also one, Aaron's Fun Bowling Center. I've worked out a deal with there. That's where Brad Miller practices out of, and it is comp there. So it all depends who you can work out the best deal with, I guess, or it also depends on the proprietor of the bowling alley.
Yeah. I like for me, I think it's like a lot of times the pros offer something that the center will get in return. Like if a kid loves to go and watch, like if a kid shows up to a bowling center and he sees Darren there, he might be excited that he just watched Darren on TV, and it might make him more likely to come back to the center. Or Darren might offer coaching at the center, so that helps drive the business up as well. So it's like different stuff like that. It's not a lot of pros just go and practice. A lot of them do other things to help the center out.
Yeah. Which is funny because we're in a kind of a tough situation with where I practice right now. I either go to GameWorks in Town Square, Las Vegas, which is not known for just bowling. It's an arcade. It's like a Dave and Buster's or around one. But the general manager that takes care of the lanes, he's a bowler himself, so he understands, puts patterns out for anybody to come in and practice. So I'm either there or at the Nerd Simo's place, so that's pretty straightforward. But I don't like going to the Nerd sometimes because it's kind of far and I have to pay for parking. But Simo does let me come in and practice for free. Right now with the whole COVID situation, GameWorks is hurting a little bit with business, so the general manager can't let me bowl for free right now. But the business also doesn't understand that I'm, like what you said earlier, I'm basically bringing people into the center.
Whether it's with coaching or
people see me on
a little
TV
kid,
and
a little kid's like, exactly. Oh my God, that's Darren Tang, or whatever.
Because normally I'm in there and it's dead, nobody. But the last couple of times I went in, there was a wait list.
That's good for them. That's good for business.
Yeah, he can only use 4 out of the 8 lanes right now due to the COVID restrictions. But
every other,
he always saves a lane for me. But it's been packed lately.
Zach, we got a question for you. I just started with a jagged edge hybrid. I assume a new bowler. I'm 13. I average about 120, and I want a motive forage. Do you think I should start with it now? I'm with it now or wait? I would personally suggest wait. But a new ball is a new ball.
Yeah, if you want to kind of build your arsenal, I know you're new to bowling. I remember when I first started bowling, I kind of wanted more than just one bowling ball in my arsenal. I wanted to learn more about bowling balls, what they did. So I think not limiting yourself to just one bowling ball is good. So I'd 100% I'd get the Motive Forge and compare it with the Jagged Edge, and then go from there.
I like it. Our guy Kobe that only threw Storm that we thought. He says he throws all balls like hammer and deviate. I like that. I think it's good to, like we said, just expand the arsenal.
Have some variety.
Expand. Hey, Vitamin D, Tang, and Packy. Proud of you guys for making the show. Great accomplishment. Keep your head up. Good things are coming. Appreciate it, Chip. I think only good things are going to come if everybody in here joins the membership. That's what I think. Link down below for those of you wondering. Okay, here's a serious one. Purpose of tucking the pinky. Reason to do it or not to do it. I always do it. I am not a pinky tucker.
I'm not either.
I think it's a one-handed thing, though.
It helps you get your hand inside the ball more, because if you take your hand and you just curl your pinky, like, look what your hand wants to do. It's automatically getting your hand closer to the inside of the ball. So a lot of pros tuck it for it's like a preset type deal. But I used to tuck my pinky at release, and I didn't even know I did that. And when I started getting my hand under the ball more, I started having some pain in that tendon through my ring finger, because it was such a sudden motion that it was messing up my hand. So I stopped tucking my pinky.
You were
I play around with it
now.
Yeah, it was messing me up pretty good.
Trying to figure that out.
Once I got to the bottom of the swing, it would tuck because I was trying to hit it. So it would be like a tuck and
every
then
single
uncoil.
finger.
Yeah, it was bad. But if I tuck my pinky now, I feel like I could get under it more and hit it harder.
That's fair.
It creates more torque.
Yeah, if we had Chris Prather on here, he'd give you a 30-minute speech about tuck pinkies. Dang it, just skipped ahead on me. The house bowling want to replace a web pearl with something stronger. The differential of a web pearl is 0.48 and the RG is 2.48. What do you recommend? And this is a time when I should know the numbers of our bowling balls. But if you're looking for something stronger, I would say a Hero Solid from Brunswick or an Obsession, something possibly asymmetric I would go to if you're looking to really spread the bag out. But you guys can go ahead, because I'm lost on these numbers. I don't even know what these numbers mean.
I honestly don't know numbers, but if you're looking for something stronger than a pearl, in Motive's line, Jackal Legacy or the Motive Forge Flare.
Just go with a solid cover stock, basically.
I'm going to go the education route. I'm not going to tell you a ball. I'm going to tell you that RG basically means length. The higher the number, the longer the ball wants to go. The lower the number, obviously, vice versa. And differential, the higher the number there, basically means more motion, more hook. So the higher that number is, the more the ball hooks.
So more differential, less RG.
So if you want a stronger ball, basically, find more diff and less RG.
Or one of the two. Solid cover stock for sure.
248 is already getting pretty low, though. I think 246 is the legal number.
So maybe just higher diff.
I think 48 is about as low as most companies go.
We got a lot of these ball questions today. I'm 16. Throw, THROW, Owen. And I average 140. I'm looking for an even stronger ball. It's the same thing. I think just if you have other balls in your bag, I would just say a solid cover stock from any brand.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to give a tip, though.
Go ahead.
You're averaging 140 right now. I personally don't think the bowling ball is what you should be focusing on. The easiest way to increase your average is picking up spares. So if you're going to invest in a bowling ball and you don't have one, I would look at a spare ball. Yeah.
I actually told that to a guy this weekend. Tim. We told that to Tim this weekend. This guy averages 210, and he missed a couple 10 pins in a row, and he was hooking at them.
Yeah.
Right-hander, throwing it at the gutter, just hooking at it. He could use the plastic ball.
My buddy missed the cut by 7 at the regional this weekend. Missed 7 makeables.
And
scores weren't very high. It was like 49 over, I think, to make it. He missed 7 spares. So clearly he was striking enough. He picks up all of his spares. He's like in the top 5.
Oh, easy.
Yeah. Like I thought I bowled terrible. I think I missed 1 spare at like a 3, 6, 9, 10. And I was in 5th with 115 over. I didn't strike very much. I was picking up everything. I picked up like 3 washouts.
Well, Zach and I bowled on the house shot, and neither of us went 100 over, so that was good.
Have fun.
You just didn't have enough games.
I think if there was another 6, I would have had him. What do you do if your urethane is rolling out when you can't switch balls? Why can't you switch balls?
Why wouldn't I be able to switch balls?
I always can switch balls.
I like switching.
Always.
Well, if that's the case, I would just go home.
If that was the case, I would absolutely slam on it at the bottom and make it roll out a little earlier so it would hook more. Sometimes you just got to bring it to Pound Town.
Okay.
How strong is an ebonite choice salad? I've never thrown that ball, but I know the track tempo is a pearl-ish cover stock. So I would say it's a completely different ball. Choice salad's going to be at the top of your line. The tempo is going to be at the bottom of the line. Again, if you're looking for something in the middle of that, any bowling ball we make that's a symmetrical solid ball will fit in the middle.
Very specific bowling ball questions tonight.
Yeah, there's a ton of them. Like, boom, another one. Opinion starter with a pink widow, another one. I wish I could have a pink widow. I don't know where you guys are finding these.
So yeah, if you guys have a pink widow new in box, you know we're there's someone that's looking for one.
Yeah, if you have a pink widow new in box, sign up for the membership down below, and then message me, and we can give you a 2-for-1 deal probably. Guys, we got plenty of people. Did Belmo sponsor you again? Sometime. I'm not sure that shirt would sell to our crowd.
It might. You just put a bunch of urethane bowling balls on the shirt and then have the
I still think we need to come out with a shirt, another risky name that says Big Nick Energy across the front of it.
I'm down.
I think it's gonna sell.
I'd wear it.
I'd wear it too. You kidding me?
You know what? He should be naked on a cloud like Zeus, holding a lightning bolt.
And it says Big Nick Energy.
Yeah.
That'd be sick.
All right. We're proposing the idea after this.
That's fine with me. I'm good with that. Guys, so many bowling ball. It's like the second we click on a few bowling ball questions, it's just consistent bowling ball questions for the rest of the night.
I'm going to get short with this one. Literally anything with a pearl cover stock. There you go.
The exact opposite of the last two.
Actually, that's not that bad. Like top to bottom, as far as having a bunch of solid balls.
I was going to say that is a pretty
decent
good spread.
coverage.
Yeah. Now pick some of the ones that don't cost as much money, aka the pearl balls. I simply cannot pick up a 7-pin as a 2-handed lefty. To get the pin, I have to ride the gutter and miss it by half a board. It overhooks. Any ideas?
This is the perfect Packy question.
There you go, Packy.
Do you have a spare ball? Do you have a spare ball? Because if you do, throw a backup ball. And if you don't,
throw a backup ball anyway.
Also throw a backup ball, but hook it more. I throw a little bit of a backup ball. I don't when I ball on longer patterns. Yeah, when I ball on longer patterns, I'll give it a little hook, just knowing that I have the room and it's not really going to hook past it. But 2 things you can do. 1, higher ball speed like Kyle Troop, who just throws it 25 miles an hour at the 10-pin. Or the second thing you can do is have amazing touch like myself and roll it dead up the back. Dead up the back.
It's pretty good. It's very impressive.
Yeah, it's weird. People ask me how I do it, and I'm like, well, like I'm just gonna
do it
for a second. I'm like, you can roll it like You can keep your wrist dead straight. Like a normal two-hander wants their wrist to go like this a little bit, kind of turn it. But this is the way that you should shoot a spare. I still shoot it like this, and I just roll it off of like that inside part of my hand. It's absolutely horrible to watch that in the mirror edition of it. But yeah, I try and roll it off of the inside of my hand. More pressure on the pinky and ring finger. And Zach can also kind of attest to this a little bit. Zach rolls it pretty straight.
It's dead straight.
Yeah. And Zach goes for more of the hard as well. Like Zach hooks it just a tiny bit, but he also throws it. He just gives it the heater.
Yeah.
Also, guys,
just got to throw it hard.
You know what we just had? Do you guys know what we just got? We got a new member. We got a new member.
Welcome
to the club, boys.
Congratulations on your new bowling ball in the future.
We haven't even given away the February bowling ball yet, and it's already February 2nd.
Love it.
We're probably going to give it away next week, try and host another live, pump it up a little bit before then. But yeah, who knows? John might be your next ball winner. You might see him. So many bowling ball questions. Okay, here we go. Practice patterns this week. I don't even know what that means.
Oh, he's the GM at GameWorks.
Oh, sweet.
Not Monkey Circus, Don.
Yeah, Don. Looking for some practice patterns. Any advice to get more spares? I already use a plastic ball, but I'm not very consistent. Would be better to practice throwing it straight.
You want this thing going as straight as possible.
I think if you're two-handed, a plastic ball is a must.
Yes,
for sure. So you're already on the right way. But definitely try and throw it as straight as you can consistently. And then really spares is just about practicing them. Like just trying to get it's easy to
stay nice and loose. Stay nice and loose.
The easiest way to average an additional 10 pins a game is to make one more spare. Have any of you guys bowled UBA before? Do you guys know what it is?
Isn't that the Underground Bowling?
It is the Underground Bowling Association.
I've heard of like a bunch of the live stream of it, but it's too far away from my home, so I've never really gone.
Yeah, I'm not gangster enough to bowl those. Not enough swag.
Yeah. Not enough swag. You got plenty of swag. You're just on the wrong coast for that. On the wrong coast. You're on.
I feel like you'd be perfect for this, Packy. You are UBA.
I would love to.
You'd own that.
I would love to. I'm all about that kind of atmosphere. I love it. Like it's almost like college bowling, but with money, which is amazing.
I feel like you and Mikey in the doubles matches.
Hot.
Electric.
I would love to bowl UBA. So any UBA teams looking for a member, I am accepting. But some of those UBAs are even far from me. Like Zach's pretty far, but some of those UBA events are like in North Carolina, and that's too far. But some of those Jersey ones for sure.
It's Kyle Troop territory.
Arrows or dots?
I'm a foul line guy, so neither.
Oh God! And we're gonna kick him out.
I look at the back of my eyelids.
And we're gonna him out. I think that you guys should look at whatever's most comfortable for you. But oh God, what just happened? There we go.
I'm just kidding. I go arrows to foul line.
I go a little past the arrows, so I don't know where. I look closer to myself if I need to throw it further left quicker. If I need a bigger angle, I look closer. If I need less angle, I look further down lane. But like we said, we don't even look at our mark when we throw the ball. We're professional bowlers.
Everything just goes south. It's like, yeah, okay, it's getting near the bottom.
Yeah.
Hey, a strike.
And dab. Maybe a bad question. There's no such thing as a bad question, Gabby. But I tend to underhook the ball as a two-hander. When I try and hook it a bit more, it hooks too much. I have an idea of what's going on here. And that is probably too much bowling ball. I think you probably bought a bowling ball that hooks a lot, and now you're trying to be perfect with it. So when you like try and hook it, it hooks too much. Like I would try throwing a plastic ball and see what happens, but stop trying to be so perfect. I don't know. It's tough. Life's tough. Let's get real.
That's kind of messed up.
And we're going to delete that question. I didn't read it before I pulled it up. Oh, this was not an answer to the previous question, but imagine that. Just
Oscar throws a terrible.
At first, we throw it really bad.
Well, I hate watching his ball videos.
He's the worst. The way he just sends pins left and right and strikes every time, it's the worst.
Yeah, definitely something people don't want to see.
Who has been the bowler in the house that has surprised you the most this past year?
In what way?
Zach, how about the outside looking in?
Yeah.
Zach's in the doghouse, by the way.
Are we talking about bowling or just in like life?
Just in general. We can do any of them.
Yeah.
It could be bowling or life.
I don't know.
Darren's afraid.
Afraid of what? I got nothing. Surprise?
I don't know. Answering it poorly. Having somebody yell at you.
Mikey's been sucking for as long as he has. That's surprising to me. Right under the bus you go.
I think Mikey's got the highest potential.
Yes, I agree.
With that physical game, I think Mikey's got the highest potential, and it's only
anything is possible.
The last 12 months, the guy who has surprised me the most is Chris Vi. My man was finding himself at the bottom of the leaderboards most weeks, and then all of a sudden, something happened.
Self-confidence goes a long way.
I would agree. I think he had not a lot, and then he made a show, and then it went up, and then he made another show.
It's crazy. Like, oh, wow, I can actually do this.
Guys out there thought, like, all of them think that they're the best at the tournament, and sometimes it's annoying, but eventually you realize, like, if you have a good look, you have to think that you're the best. Otherwise, you can't capitalize on it.
I tell myself that when I make good shots or make good moves.
You're like,
there's usually an explicit term in there, but it's along the lines of "I'm the best" or "I'm so good." You just got to say the words. Best. Yeah, I'm the freaking best. You just got to say the words because your mind absorbs that. If you keep telling yourself you suck or man, I'm terrible, I'm the worst spare shooter ever, your mind's taking that in, and then you start to believe it, and then your body reflects in it. Yo, I'm the worst spare shooter out here. You're gonna be the worst spare shooter out there.
Mm-hmm.
What's the harm in saying I'm the best? You happen to not be the best? Well, no, okay, but your body doesn't know the difference.
You lie to everybody else, but you have way more confidence throwing spare shots. Okay.
Yeah, if you can go out there and make a better shot just because you're telling yourself you're the best, then why would you not do that?
Yeah. That's how I felt. Actually last night my roommate wanted to watch some bowling. So we watched the cheetah from this past year, just the match play. And I remember I was bowling Jacob, and I told myself if they get hard, like if they get anywhere near tough, I'm the best lefty in the building. And it was like me, Jacob, like I think McNeil was there, Jesper was there, like all the good lefties were there who are probably better than me. But I just I could literally convince myself that there was no way if they got hard that I wasn't the best one in the building. Sometimes that's all it takes. And you know what else it takes? It takes a new member to give us some confidence.
Yo, keep doing these shows,
boys. Hunter Campbell wants a bowling ball. My man wants it.
Welcome.
Would you guys suggest someone to slow their speed down and just go straight up the back to get corner pins?
I would go with a no and then a yes.
I would also go no, yes. No slow. Yes, straight.
100%.
Ball speed helps it go straight.
The harder you throw it, the less time it has to hook. Big thoughts. Big thoughts right there. Big brain. Who were your favorite bowling balls growing up? Bowling balls. Who were your favorite bowlers? So many bowling ball questions, they've clouded my mind.
Just kind of defaulted.
Yeah.
My favorite bowling ball was Tommy Jones. And then he shot 300 against me. And now he's not my favorite bowling
Now
ball
he's
anymore.
your least favorite. In the title match, they got to give it to me one of these days. Boom. 300.
I have never been more confident that I was going to win a title. And
You said
this
this
is just not 300
time.
at me.
This is my time.
I watched that match before. It was 190 to 180. I was like, I got the nuts. Like literally, I went out on TV. My practice shots. I was like, I got the nuts.
And then he threw the.
I can't miss. He's about to shoot 210 at most.
And then he just bam, bam, just
absolute sick.
That's why he's in the Hall of Fame.
We can all give our opinions on Benjamin, and I think that kid throws it sick.
Yeah, he's gonna be pretty good in the future. Like real good.
He gave Chappie the business.
Yeah. I was like, so he left, it was a 210. He left in like the 7th or 8th.
He threw the front 6 or 7, and then he 2-4-10.
I think he threw the front 7, and he 2-4-10'd in the 8th. And I was like, okay, Chapman is still striking. He's kind of put the pressure on him to need to keep striking. Kid just left at 210. If he gives it a run, like this kid's got the cojones.
Yeah,
and my man spared it like it was nothing.
You know what was amazing to me though? The entire time he was there, he was like a fan, and then he just steps up on the show and shoots 270.
When he was like, he got a pen and he asked for all of our autographs, and I was like, "There's no way this kid shoots more than 210." Like he's literally he just loves the fact that he's at a tournament with all of these bowlers that he's like watched on TV, and then like he's asking for our autograph. He asked Belmo for a picture. He's like, "Oh my God, Belmo's here," and I was like, "Yeah."
And then bam, front 7.
He's usually here beating us. This time he's here watching us.
He didn't even get a check in our region.
I know. That's crazy.
It was.
Dougie Vision, baby.
Yo.
You guys ever bowl action? Anybody?
I don't think I have.
Packy, let's get the match going.
I love it.
Nobody wanted to bowl us in the West.
I love the action, not for the money. I love it for the environment. Like if I could throw in $100 a game and have it, or $50 a game and have it be like I just love that atmosphere. The money doesn't really make it for me as much as it is the like, I'm bowling you, only you, to prove that I'm better than you, but for no other reason. And that's why I like when pros go and bowl action, because like it gives the little guy, the little guys. I mean, these guys strike, but it gives the little guys, like when Kyle Troop goes and bowls action, like I love that, and he does it all the time. I love it. Zach, you ever bowled action?
No. I got no bowling where I am at home. That's why I try to stay there as much as I can.
That's fair.
It's a good comment. Your name's now a verb.
I hate that. That's becoming a thing.
Is that becoming a thing? That's the first time I've seen it, and I loved it.
Most interesting bowling center.
Where is that? I'm lost. How deep?
You passed it already. My brain's not processing fast enough to think about cool things like that.
The most interesting bowling center? I don't know. Probably overseas somewhere.
That has to be overseas. They have the best bowling center.
Sweden was pretty cool, but it was the only one I've been to overseas, and the like balcony up top overlooking the lanes is sick. I
think Dream Bowl one-ups that place in Germany. Dream Bowl's pretty sick.
Have you ever jokingly talked bad about yourself during a tournament? Yeah, we just call that a Saturday.
All the time.
I don't recommend doing it, though, for reasons we talked about earlier.
You got to convince yourself you're the best, not tell yourself that you stink. Because self-fulfilling prophecy.
Even if you're joking, your brain doesn't know the difference.
Unfortunately, no, it doesn't know the difference. Okay, now we're talking. Thanks for the donation. We appreciate it. What are your bowling pet peeves during competition?
Slow bowling.
Couldn't agree more, Darren.
Like, dude, you throw the cross off, and it just destroys the rhythm. And there's a time frame that you should be in of amount of time you take to bowl. And if you're outside that window, everybody on tour that isn't slow will hate you.
Everyone.
Unless you've got 40 titles.
I love Michael Martell,
slow.
But that man is the slowest man on tour. What if you have 119? Can you bowl slow?
If you have 119?
No.
Yeah, like Walter.
Oh, titles?
Whatever he's got.
It's like, I mean, when you're in the Hall of Fame, you got a bunch of titles, you could pretty much do whatever you want. You earn the right to be a dickhead.
I like it.
Does it make it right? No. But
does it allow you to do it? Yes.
Is it more justifiable than somebody with no titles and can only do one thing? Yeah.
100%. It's like when Norm takes his time in between games. Ugh. Kills me.
Yeah, I bowled with him at the US Open. And it was the man's turn. It was 3 a pair. And he's like, yo, Darren, I got to go get a snack. And I'm like, now? Bro, it's your turn.
It's your turn.
It's the middle of game 3. It's not like we're crossing pairs or something.
One of my biggest.
And it's his turn. It's his turn on both lanes too. It's like me and Pat Gerard already bowled our frames. It's his turn on both lanes. Like, oh my god.
I wouldn't say my pet peeve is necessarily bowling slow. It used to be showing up and having to wait. Like moving pairs and then having to wait. Oh my god, that would throw me for a loop. But nowadays, I'm like, all right, whatever. I can wait as long as I want. Just means I can like talk to my friends.
I kind of like that though. You can scout the pair and see what's going on a little bit.
Yeah. As a lefty, it doesn't matter at all. So.
Oh, one more thing that's one of my pet peeves: when people try to control the pace. Ooh. Like they'll look at the scoreboard and they'll see it's kind of off. Like the two guy, like he's on the bottom bowler, the A bowler still bowling on the other lane, and the guy's trying to control it so that it moves together. I'm like, it's only 4 on the pair. It'll even itself out. Just go. Yeah. Like when it's your turn, bowl. I should not have to throw both of my shots if I leave something back to back.
I did that this week.
I hate that.
But I only did that because the person to the left was on the lane. Like there'd always, it was my turn, and I would be like, I'd wipe my ball off, and then the person on the right lane would go, and I'm up on the left lane, and I want to go the second it's available. Like I am ready to go always. I'll wipe my ball off while they're on the approach. So the second they come back, I'll even go at the same time. Like if they're available to do it, I'll go at the same time.
That's good. If it's not required, like the double jump or the whatever, 2-lane or 1 pair courtesy, if it's not required, I'll go. I don't. It's like it depends on how I'm bowling too.
I'll literally go.
I'm going for sure.
You're like, let's get this thing over with.
Yeah, it's like, let me get out of here. Just go.
All right, boys. Can we get it? Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
We'll do anything for money. Well. Almost.
Within reason.
Within reason. If you donate, Luke, we appreciate that.
Oh yeah.
Who's your clutch bowler in the 10th frame roll off? Any other but yourself? I would not pick myself.
I'm going last.
I think
I have an unpopular opinion pick.
Ooh.
I know the person I'd put in there besides myself, and I've seen it for many years, is Frankie.
Yeah, I saw it last week. I pick Frankie.
Just good when he needs it.
Belmo and Randy were both like, "Oh, I'm surprised Frankie's switching lanes," and I'm like, "This nuthead's gonna strike no matter which lane he's on. You can go put him on the practice pair and he'd strike."
You're not wrong.
Practice pair, no warm up, boom, 10 back. Who's your pick, Darren?
I'm picking my brother.
Ooh.
Okay.
You know, if we're balling 10 games, he might suck for 9 of them, but if he needs one, the dude's gonna sack up and throw one. I've seen it all my life. Dude's sick when he needs it.
How can you get him to sack up all the time?
He just needs to be a better bowler so he can get there, and then he can sack up when he needs it. He just needs to be a better bowler.
Hopefully not a lot. But I got a feeling it's going to be like 80 to 100. Probably 100. I don't even know if it's a short season or not, so I would just say regular season, probably 100.
52 games.
How many games?
152.
152 this year?
Yeah.
So I'm going to guess they're going to lose 85 of them. That's my guess. They're not going to be very good. It might be more than 85. I'm hopeful. What part of the court do you keep your eyes on? Usually like the free throw line.
I was going to pick the free throw line as well.
Zach, you got a part of the court?
Yeah, corner threes.
Corner 3. Yeah. So that's where we keep our eyes when we're throwing. It's the same thing, though. I keep my eyes on the arrows, a little past. Showed up late, guys. When did Brad grow hair and a goatee? Sorry, ladies. That's Zach Wilkins.
Love it.
AKA Mr. Dab. The blue line. That's good. That's good.
I like it.
All right, guys. We'll field a couple more, and then we're cutting her short. John, brand new member earlier. Again, link down below for all 175 of you. Link down below. We got 15 members now in Tier 2. We give away a ball every month. Odds say within a year, free bowling ball. Technically, price value, cheaper than a ball. But that's just us. What bowling balls for you all miss? Not the purple hammer. I'm guessing this means what ball do you miss the most? Discontinued.
The OG roll.
Can you miss a bowling ball if you still have them, but it's discontinued?
Okay, Mr. Alpha Crux, we get it.
Okay. I guess that answers my question.
Is it? Is it Alpha Crux?
Yeah. I have to bring it everywhere. The ball does everything.
Yeah, to be honest, I don't miss any balls, but like
because you still have them. If there's an old ball that you like, you have it.
Yeah, like you can always find them and trade like a 1-for-1. Like I have a black quantum sitting in a box brand new that I need to drill because the black quantum I have keeps stinking on TV, so I got to use a new one. But it's not me, it's the ball, I swear.
It's always the ball.
That's the crazy thing. When you're a good bowler, like once you get to a certain level, it actually probably always is the ball.
You're like almost always wrong for blaming yourself.
Yeah, there's days when you're not throwing it amazing, but once you get to a certain level of shot making, it's actually probably like if it's you, it's your ball choice or your lane play choice. It's not actually how you're throwing it. That's why when I have a bad day, I tell myself, yeah, I probably threw it the same. I just didn't pick the right ball. Another confidence thing.
I mean, if you think about it this way, if you've got the nut, you can throw it literally as bad as you can, and you're still striking.
Mm.
So why is that not the case and vice versa? Like, if you aren't bowling well, why are you not blaming your ball reaction?
I did last weekend. Don't worry.
Saw it firsthand.
Have you ever watched one video from Bowling Planet? I don't know what that means. AA battery. So I'm gonna say
I think it's a YouTube channel.
Oh, no, not yet. Maybe I'll check it out. Do you guys really need 30 balls at every stop?
Yes.
I would say no.
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, it depends. Like, if the one you need is within the 6 that you normally ring, then cool. But if it's not, one of the
that's
30
where I
is
said it was
probably the one.
Yeah, I don't know about 30s. Probably like 45.
I usually have about 30 to 35 per stop.
I think 20 is 24 is probably my max, like my max. And then I might drill one when I'm there. But I won't.
Let me rephrase. By the end of the tour, I have 30 to 35. Amongst the balls that I've drilled and the ones I've left behind, it kind of gets to 30 to 35.
And if you ask why that is, it's because it's never you and it's always the ball. And
Exactly.
you need a ball for when it's not you.
Why else do we drill 3 to 6 balls a week?
Zach, how many balls do you bring out on tour? Like, by the end of the season, how many will you have?
Upwards to like 40 to 50, because I'll take a bunch of blanks home, so that way I have blanks.
That way they don't have to ship them to Canada.
Yeah. But yeah, it's probably close. It's probably close to 35 to 40.
Yeah. I'll probably and by the end of the tour season, at least for me, obviously we'll come out with some new stuff, but by the end of the tour season, it will be, out of those 25 balls, it'll probably be only 15 actual different bowling balls. Probably between 5 and 10 will be the same balls with different layouts. But I think we might end on this one, boys. I think we might end on this one.
Golf.
It's about that time.
Golf or video games?
Yeah, I'm 100% for golf. That's all I do.
I don't golf, but I play like disc golf, so that counts, I guess. But yeah, I play golf every once in a while, but definitely golf and video games. Not a lot of guys out here, like, if you're talking job, coaching, maybe. But
I'm actually playing golf on Thursday.
Free time hobby, 100% golf, 100%. Like, whenever we have those golf outings, there's always a ton of guys.
Cold water. Defending champion.
I didn't go because I thought I would embarrass myself.
They were the China. It was like 100 over to make it. Oh, the golf course? Well, when you have a good team, it's always the China.
That's fair. That's fair. I definitely make it not the China when I go play.
Oh, same.
What you could say is I like to put some pressure on my team.
Make it exciting.
Hold me up a little bit. But yeah, guys, that's probably it. You guys think you guys got anything else you want to say besides, I don't know, join our membership, link down below?
Join a membership, link down below.
We appreciate everybody that's joined the membership so far. And if you would like a chance to win a bowling ball monthly, feel free to join. Also, we sell merch on thehousebowling.com. I'm wearing the House V2 hoodie. Comes in multiple colors. Got t-shirts, all that stuff.
I literally took my House V2 hoodie off to put on this DV8 shirt because I felt like I had to represent.
Represent who? This is the house channel.
Represent my boys at DV8, my guys at Buddy's Pro Shop with the hats. I mean,
you need a bowling ball over your left shoulder so you don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, well, when you got the couch set up, it's tough. I don't get, my room is so small I can't even fit a table in it. But Zach, you want to give me shout outs to all your sponsors? We'll give you some solo time.
Yeah, Motive, Genesis, Vice,
Mr. Dad.
Yo, Vice, let's go.
That's my brand. Message me, buy hats. We're gonna get them on the house website soon.
Yeah, that'd be sick. All right,
Bang bang.
bang bang. Until then, peace out.
Dude.
And I better see at least 3 people message Zach about those hats. Until
Let's move the party over to Twitch. That's where I'm going now.
Yeah.
Twitch, what's your handle? Solo time.
Bang.
Game
it's
on.
right here.
Twitch.tv/vitamin D Tang.
Let's go.
Till then, ladies, peace out. We'll see you next time. Tuesday or Thursday next week. We'll let you know ahead of time.